Blessed are we witches, blessed are we magical people, blessed are we. Um, so we're going to do cards of the day for June. What June 18th and 19th. I hope I put that right up there. June 18th and 19th, so Thursday and Friday. And this is normally part of my Queen's tier on my website, but I have a lot to say, and I felt compelled to share this publicly as well. And I have so many amazing people who invest and who are supportive of when I decide to go public. And we're gonna have a conversation, or I'm gonna say some shit. So first of all, we're gonna work with the Starseed Oracle. Super cool. So again, thank you to those who invested into a reading by getting something off my Amazon wish list. So we get to work here with some really cool new decks. So we're going to work with the Starseed Oracle. I don't know if I'll do another deck today. I think it might just be the Starseed. So as I shuffle, again, I like to ramble, I like to talk, I like to chat.
Sorry, there is nothing for me to repeat.
Bitch, I wasn't talking to you. Girl, keep quiet. This is not your time. Hold on, y'all. That's embarrassing. This bitch needs to be quiet. That scared me. Well, hello, y'all. Hello. I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Hello, Jade, Luna, Stephanie, Callie, Celeste, Ian, Maggie, Linda, Rain, Sasha, Cynthia L. Rose. So, again, okay. Yesterday, last night, whatever, I posted some stuff, and I just want to talk about that a little bit, just because this is a time of clearing. This is a time to come together and support and share. But at the same time, I don't want you to get any crazy ideas about who I am and what I stand for. So again, we're going to shuffle. We're going to focus on our cards of the day, but I do have some stuff to say, right? So, well, hello, Marie. Well, hello, Lisa. I'm going to be messaging you soon. Okay. So people are mad. They feel like they have been misled about my page. And I'm talking about something I posted on my Facebook page, the Deviant Witch. People are upset about the fact that I invest into expressing, I do express love and compassion and equality, and I do express the importance of highlighting, people of color, trans lives, women's rights, queer rights, again, because that is absolutely important to me. And when it's really important. Let me shut this door, y'all. Hold on. Because I know that the cat's gonna like jump, knock it when I'm in some good space. So that's who I am, that's my community. And even if it wasn't my community, I'm still a person who believes that, everyone should be loved and everyone has the right to have absolutely equal rights. And I believe that until we see that, we need to keep talking about it. And people are upset at me for expressing that, but I've always expressed this in whatever way I could at whatever time. You know what I mean? So I've always been about this because it's the right thing to do. And so people are, well, are expressing, like, getting mad that, are you just saying that if we don't agree with you, we have to leave? And I'm yes and no. Like, it is entirely up to you to be on my page and on my platform. I do talk about witchcraft. I do talk about many different things, and I am glad to do that. But you realize I am a queer person. I am a gay man. I am Mexican. I am Native. I am a lot of these things. And so if you are utilizing me as a resource and yet you're talking shit to me, or you're calling me a faggot, which I absolutely hate that word. I hate it. But these are things that happen. You call me a faggot, and yet you think I should serve you. That's the problem. right? That's the problem. It's like, no, that's not no. And so you don't have to agree with my practice. You don't have to agree with whatever correspondences that I share. You do not have to agree with certain things. But what I will demand is respect. Again, that's something, what I will demand is, understanding in that sense where I am not going to condone your hatred towards me. I'm not going to condone your hatred to, again, others, right? I'm not going to condone. Hey, my name is Michael too. We're both gay. Hey, cool. That's funny because my fiance's name is Michael. But I'm not going. You can't in my space. This is my page. This is my community that I'm creating, right, for us. But you can disagree with certain things. But what we will not ever agree on is your ability to hold space in my house and hate on queer people, women, Black lives, all Black lives. You will not. That will not be tolerated. And the funny thing is what people are not comprehending is that you are fighting, you are arguing with me and people who are simply trying to hold space for love. So it's and to fight and to speak up for what is right. And people are so mad. Well, this page is political. This page has always been a political expression because politics, right, is life. It really is. This is our lives. When someone treats you differently for being, let's say queer or trans or Black or Mexican, whatever, when someone or a woman, when someone treats you differently because of that, or they look at you and they're disgusted, that's a fucking problem, you guys. And I'm not going to hold space because I don't have to. If you want to hold that hatred, right? If you want to hold that, and I do call it hatred and ignorance and fear, if you want to hold that and you want to support that, that is absolutely your right, but this is not the space for it. And I'm not going to hold space for you here. So if what I say is annoying you and what I say is making you uncomfortable, that's absolutely fine. It should make you feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel uncomfortable that we have to continue having these discussions. We have to continue speaking up. I don't mind doing that at all. I don't mind it because it's necessary. I can be inconvenienced. That's absolutely fine. I can do this. I can afford that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's I don't get it. So if you are here simply for witchcraft, you have to realize that. And again, people are like, "Well, witchcraft and politics are not integrated." That's not true. Spirituality and politics have always been integrated, right? Always. And if we read our history, we have always been a part of some sort of political environment. Again, we want to speak up for those who cannot. We want equal rights. We want to be treated, with respect. And so if you think like, oh, you're mad because someone found out that you were a witch and then they fired you, like you're mad at that, but you can't be mad at, but you're okay with the fact that someone was fired because they were trans or Black or gay or queer or whatever it was. You can't, or a woman was fired because of that, right? You can't be mad at that. So there's a problem, right? There's a problem there. So again, I'm shuffling. So take some time as best as you can, y'all, to focus on your breathing, focus on your heartbeat. And I apologize if I don't see all of these comments because I'm whew, I'm a little intense. My coffee is kicking in and yeah. And you know what, you guys, we are going to fumble. There's stuff that I might say that might be not appropriate, or I'm still searching. I'm still learning and educating myself. And so that's okay. So we will fumble. We will express things and not realize where we may be ignorant, but we can do something about our ignorance. We can educate ourselves. And this is another important thing that I want to say. And I know that a lot of people mean well. I really do know that a lot of people mean well when they say, I don't see color, or you're not Mexican, you're not Latino, you're not native, you're not queer, you're not gay, you're not this or that or that. You are a person, you are human. Yes, I am human, but I am also everything else, right? I am also, well, you know what I mean. I am all of those things. We are all of those things. So I am, I am Mexican. I am Native. I am queer. I am this. I am those things, and that's beautiful. Just like you, for being who you are, right? You are beautiful. So these are beautiful things. We need to be understanding that. We need to understand that these aren't things that we should say, I don't see. We do see, and these are beautiful things. So being queer, being gay, being Black, being trans, being, these are parts of who we are, or who we are, and that's beautiful, right? And so, yes, we are all human to an extent, but all of that should be celebrated, but we should not, lose sight that there's other aspects into, what make us up, and all of that should be uplifted and celebrated. So yeah, if you're mad that I speak up, then obviously you haven't been here from the beginning or pay attention. But I will continue to do so. And if that means people are like, well, you're going to lose business. And I've said this already, but I have to repeat because apparently not everyone gets the same message. I'm not worried about losing business. I am worried about my kindred. I'm worried about the people that I care about losing their lives. I'm worried about that. Like, that's far more important than me losing business. Bye. Like, that's fine. And I don't say that to be cocky. I don't say that to be any type of way. I say it because it's true. Like, life is far more precious. All lives are precious. And until we can treat all lives as precious, then, I don't want money for those. Exactly. It's like, y'all forget who I am. Right, Sarah, absolutely. And I can speak up and I can voice myself, and I might not be the best person with words or the most informed on certain subjects, but I will utilize my platform, right? I will utilize my power where I can to keep having these conversations because it is absolutely important. So again, that's what I represent. And I feel that we should love. And at the same time, it's like, why are you here trying to argue with us that you should have the right to express your hate towards Black lives, towards, gay lives, towards people? Like, cool, you have every right to be hateful, just not in my home, not in our home, not in our community. That's where you don't have the right to show up for that, because I'm not about that shit. I am not. Well, hello, Renee. Welcome. We're going to get into a reading. I just had to express a few things because you know how I do. So it's just important. It's important to keep having these conversations. And they're not. And I hope for some people, I do hope. And again, the reason I do keep explaining this and talking about this is because hopefully for some people will be like, you know what? I never thought about it that way. Or that makes sense. I like you, I hope you do. But if you don't, that's absolutely fine. You're right to not like me. But sometimes it takes like, well, you know what? I like this person. I like what they have to say. And I never thought about it that way, and I don't want them to be hurt, so I don't want other people to be hurt. And so I'm hoping that the more that we discuss this, the more that we share this, the more people will start to think, and yeah, it will weed out certain people. You will go away, and bye. you know, and other people will question, other people will engage, other people will talk, and we will create a community that uplifts and supports one another, and yeah, show up for what's right. And it takes different kinds, you know, not everyone has a platform like I do. I don't have a platform like everyone else, and so I choose to speak up where I can. I choose to utilize that where I can in the best way possible. And some people do things behind the scenes, and some people are educating themselves and learning. And it takes all of us playing our parts to do the work, right? So anyways, y'all, take some time. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I really do appreciate you and sharing your space and sharing my space with me, and sharing this time. So we're going to get into this reading. This is going to be for June 18th, 2020. We'll get into June 19th after this. So let me make, so like 16 minutes in, I have to like make notes so I can put the timestamps. So, okay, so this is for June 18th, 2020. Whew, we're working with the beautiful Starseed Oracle. This is a new deck, so I think we're going to have fun with it. Take some time to ground and center. Take some time to focus on your breathing. Tune in with yourself. Whew, y'all. Take some time to just be present and focus on what you need to hear, right? What energies are going on June 18th? We know that Mercury retrogrades June 18th. Well, 17th and 18th for some. So blowing out someone else's candle sure as hell don't make theirs shine any. No, and when I'm blowing, I'd prefer to know, like, you know, I like to get to know what's going on in that sense. So yeah, so take some time, call in your guides, your gods, your ancestors, your allies, your spirits, all the good shit. Call it in, be present, and when you're ready, 1, 2, or 3, the first number that pops into your head, the first number that you hear, the first number that you see, however your dominant psychic sense, you know, works for you. 1, 2, or 3, go ahead and comment. Or write it down. Again, this is your experience, you guys. This is for you, so you don't have to comment if you don't want to. 1, 2, or 3. Let's see. I need to read this. I hate that so many in the witch community are being so racist and bigoted. Like, how do many people identify as a witch and not understand that it's I know. So anyone who stands up for the rights of all human beings, exactly. Like, it baffles me. It absolutely baffles me. You know what I mean? It does. It's so weird. Thank you. Okay, so 1, 2, or 3. All right. Oh, ooh. Okay. So let's see. And again, y'all, as per the norm, with this is the first time I think I'm actually using this deck. Yeah, cool. I just got it. So we're going to have fun. And with oracles, I do like to read. And since this is new, we're kind of like working it together. But again, always feel free to share your perceptions. Always feel free to express yourself. Always. This is our time together. So something that you have to say may inspire a conversation. I'm looking for this card, you guys. And so always do that. We can co-create this experience and we'll have fun. So again, the funny thing is card 1, 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead. There's a shit ton of cards here, you guys. Go ahead and comment. And this is like the reason why it's a little longer, because I have to find this damn card in this damn book. Perfect. So card 1. Trust the timing. Trust the wave. This is card 1. So trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So how does that make you feel? What pops up? What do you feel? What do you see? So trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Timing is not running out. So often those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out, and they spend their life worrying that they might miss their moment. But the only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend your time worrying about missing it. It's never too late, right? It's never too late to answer a calling, and you're never too old. Mm. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. So don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You'll waste your precious time and energy. So you'll waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying your life. Everything has a season, and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible treat. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on, to trust the season you're in. Time isn't running out. There's plenty of time, there's no rush, and it's never too late. So, Starseed Soul Inquiry, right? How can you trust the timing of your life a little more? How can you trust the timing of your life a little more? So what is this card saying to you? How does it make you feel, right? What's popping? What's coming up? What's going on, right? I actually really like this card, especially after everything that we've been talking about. Trust the timing. And I like the sense of the expression in regards to that, you know what? We do feel that sense of time is running out, but it's not. When we don't show up for our lives, when we don't focus on the present moment, it does feel at times that it's running out, but it's not. We are where we are supposed to be. We are having these conversations right now because we are meant to be having these conversations because we want to create necessary change, and we want to align with people who are, who match our love and match our ability to focus on humanity, right? So again, there is, trust the timing. You are here for a reason. You are here for a purpose. And it's not in the past, it's not in the future, it's right now. And so you must realize it doesn't matter the age that you are. What matters is your passion, your heart, what you feel guided to be involving yourself in, right? So let me see some comments. So, oh wow, this is profound to me. I was just talking about feeling. Sorry, that was. Ew, that was creepy. That was weird. Ew, it gives me chills. So I was just talking about a feeling of urgency. I've been having lately, even when you said I should breathe and focus, I was running up and downstairs doing laundry so I can hurry to go to the store to have dinner made in time, even though I really want to pay. Oh, I hear you. Yes, trust the timing. So that card speaks volumes. I just said the other day that I felt I was too old to start. Oh no, too old to start my spiritual journey. No, never, never. There's always time for what you love and what you want to invest in and where you are. So that's the thing. It's like, look, in regards to age, right? In regards to age. So we think, oh, we're too old to do something. But no, we are absolutely perfect in whatever age we are to do what we are desiring at that moment. So if you're, let's say, older, whatever that means, if you're older and you're like starting, let's say, you're, again, like you said, your spiritual journey, I'm too old for this. No, everything that you have experienced in your life so far has led you to that point. everything. So you must learn to trust the timing. That wave that you were riding in on was preparing you to be a person where that spiritual journey starts at that moment. And so trust in that. The people that you have been connected to prior, all people who may benefit from you now walking a spiritual life, all of the lessons, all of the things that you have learned thus far, it is all setting you up for success. So that's what trust the timing is expressing. Does that make sense? And so that's what's that is what is being expressed in that card, right? So I love it. Let's see. Never too late to learn something new or do something new, and you don't have to rush things. Things will come to you in the right time. Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's like trust the timing, trust that you're in this moment, you're perfecting what you want to bring into your life, as well as, you know what? You are taking action. That's the thing. Take action, but trust that you are where you need to be, right? So that's what's going on. It's never too late to be what you might have been. Absolutely. You are now in the place where you are supposed to be. So what is that saying to you, right? Trust the process, trust yourself, trust your heart. So the wave is a whole thing for me, or of a feeling I had years ago when Spirit showed me a wave that was washing up to shore, but being pulled back into out into the ocean. Like it was always refilling. Exactly. It's the ebb and flow. It's high tide and low tide. The ocean is always there, right? And so we have that emotional current and that energetic current where boom, there's this high tide and low tide. And so just trust in the flow, right? Trust it. Trust it, trust it, trust it, y'all. So let's move on to the next card. So again, this is for June 18th, 2020. The first card is trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So you can also calm that sort of anxious feeling like, oh my gosh, I have to do this now. No, you're doing it now. You're focused on being in the right moment. And so there's no rush. Embrace and enjoy that feeling. So again, tomorrow, June 18th, enjoy that feeling. Embrace it. Yeah. Here. So it's trust the timing. And we have, again, a lot of like, again, you look at the rocks, like the big boulders, the trees, growth, you see the water, the ocean. So you know, like there's a lot of grounding. There's a lot of grounding that we need to do, but we also need to be aware of our emotional currents and trusting our hearts and trusting where our hearts are, our emotions are, what we are investing into, and know that we have solid bits there that help us get there. So that's kind of the importance of trusting our timing. Is look, we have created foundations that are this is us creating. We have created foundations in our life, solid experiences. So when we have this current, this emotional current that we experience, we have something to hold on to. We have solid things that back us up, right? Yeah, so have fun. This is going to be recorded, so if you want to come back, feel free. I'm going to do tomorrow's or Friday's cards as well in this. It's going to be a long video, so I'll do timestamps as well. So trust the timing is card 1. Card 2 is called. Card 2. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Ooh, so how does that make you feel just based on the title and the little blip? So called Soul Gifts and Training. It is time to step up. How does that make you feel? What pops up for you? What's going on? So you came to Earth with a double mission to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. Well, hello, Tink. Good to see you. So you came to Earth with a double mission to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. So your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gift. Ooh, I like that. That actually works really good. So you're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. That works, that co creates really well with trust the timing. So there is no time like the time that you are being called to serve and to focus. So everything is working out in your highest and best, and you have the perfect conditions to create what it is you're seeking, right? So you're being called to do this. So if you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, Celeste, an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared, if you're feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap and consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. So how does that make you feel? I'm going to read to you this little starseed activation. So starseed activation. Ground yourself and root yourself in your heart and express. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. I call forth the soul's gifts and soul's training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. So called soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. How does that make you feel? Let's talk about it. So use what you have for good now. Hello from Perth, Scotland. I'm being pulled to do something, but I don't know what it is. I just know that I'm very restless right now and don't know what to do. Well, step into that feeling, embrace it, and see where it takes you. To stop silencing my voice for others' benefit. This speaks to me so much with what's going on lately. Absolutely. So how does that make you feel? What are you being called to do? And so with called soul gift and training, we realize we are uncovering our soul every day. We are applying ourselves. We are uncovering different things that are in our highest and best, and we are witnessing information that's going on, and we are allowing it to help us discern what we want to invest in, where we want to invest in, what we stand for. And so you are being set up for success. And it's very important that you tap into your soul, your heart, and your spirit. And you ask yourself, what am I being called to do? How can I best express this? And know that this is the time. If you are being called right now to invest yourself into a passion, into something that is important to you, know that this is your time. This is your time to shine. This is your time to be present. This is your time, and you are worthy of this. You have the power to create this. Nobody can take that from you. You are embodying your soul, right? You are uncovering more about you and your truth and what you love. And now it is the time to step into that and become it and allow it to shine. So let's see. Let's see. It is not the bloodletting that calls down power. It is the consenting. Ooh, that's powerful. Let me put that up here. That's powerful. That's interesting. So I am being called to bring unity and peace, but it has been a struggle to express that as an empath in society today. Yes. And you know what? When we are empathic, depending, again, there's so many different levels of being empathic and different sensitivities. It's time to do it's important to do self-care, but it's also important to pick up and share and hold space for emotions and what people are going through. but not to allow it to hold into our body. We need to allow it to flow through and ground out. So we're not bringing it and letting it stay here. We are a conduit. So we feel, but it doesn't stay within us. So know that you are being called to uncover, to discover your soul's gift and your training. You have a purpose in life, and your passion, what you love to do, is a key or a pathway for you to tap into that and discover that. So ask yourself, what am I being called to do? And how best can I step into that, right? So I'm getting truth shivers watching this. I'm following my heart and trying to put my artwork first to spread the joy and beauty. Exactly. We all play our part, and we all get to do what we're invested in and what we really enjoy. I need this little sip, so let's do this. So how does that make you feel? What are you being called to do? So it's also time to step up. And what that means, right? Oh, good to see you. Yes, good to see you. Yeah, tune in later. This will be recorded. Absolutely. It's time to step up. So whatever it is, if you're scared, absolutely invest into that fear for a little bit. Yeah, you're scared, but you know what? That's okay. We work through fear. So if you really love something and you want to take action, you want to be a part of something, you want to do something that is in your highest and best, boom, it is time. This is a sign. The time is now, if you feel called to do it. And it's time to take that leap. It's time to step up. It's time to focus on what is inspiring to you and what you love and what you are investing in. So it's no longer okay for us right now to say, it doesn't really affect me, so I'm not gonna look at it. No, be aware of what is going on in your life. Be aware of what you love and what you feel, and see where the things that are going on that you don't like. If you want change, it is time for you to become that change. And it is easy to not say things, right? It is easy to not say things, but it is absolutely important, especially if it does not feel right in your soul, to speak up. Because now is the time to let people know it is not okay for you to express that hate, or it is not okay for you to talk to me like this. I am taking my power back, and I am stepping into that, and I'm creating in a better way for myself and for my world, right? So does that make sense? Let's see. Well, hello, Echo. Good to see you. I have worked on a smaller scale so far to bring my neighbors together. We share our garden harvest, make all who pass by feel welcome. That is powerful, Anna. Thank you for sharing that. And again, we all have our parts to play and what we are called to do. And so for you, that's great. That's kind of hard at times to bring certain people together. So the fact that you're sharing your time and you're putting yourself into that, that's beautiful and impactful. Just because it might not be on a grander scale, that doesn't matter. What matters is you are doing something you love and you're bringing your community together. That's important. So that does have an effect on, the grander scheme of things. Well, hello, Sonia. Good to see you. So we're going into card 3. Card 3 is big picture thinking. Big picture thinking. The Pleiades. I don't know how to say that right. Pleiades. However, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas, big picture thinking. How does that make you feel? What comes up? Visionary, inspired ideas, big picture thinking. What's going on here? So the Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. You're being called to be a visionary for the planet, to take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you have an idea recently, or you've had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. There's that calling again. So be aware of that. So perhaps you've had an idea recently that you've been called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. The Pleiadians support us in this important stage in Earth's development. They want us to know that the decisions we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and all its species. They're calling on you to be a leader of the future, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust that vision and follow it through with daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality. They are very interconnected. It's great. So how does that make you feel? What pops up for you? Again, this is for June 18th, right? For Thursday. So let's be mindful of that. But this is great. This is, and really, if whenever you're tuning in, this is a message that you can utilize for you. So big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas, and how are you being called to step up and lead? And again, it doesn't have to be for society. How are you being called to step up and lead in your reality, in your life, in your community? So what's going on there? And what new ideas or creations are you being called to pursue, right? So what's going on with that? How does that make you feel? And ask yourselves these questions so you can really discern where to place your energy. Right? So I'm meeting more and more openly spiritual and open people. The past 4 years have changed my life completely, and the combined energy of me and my chosen friendships. Ooh, I like that. My friendship group is so good. We all vibe off each other and get raised up. I love that. I love that because, again, that helps us to focus on what we love. Focus on those friendships, those allyships, focus on the energy that we want to see, and envision the change in life. It's not by negating the fact that there's resistance and there's things that we are not enjoying and things that we don't like. It's saying take that information and then find a solution and focus on the solution, right? So it's a small thing, but I love to cook and to bake. When I do, I make more than enough and share with neighbors. Oh, awesome. Also, I feel like what you put out comes back, so you can keep giving. That's great. And again, we all get to show up in our lives however we see fit. And so by doing those small things, again, they make huge impact on our reality and the lives around us. So that's great. Yes. So, oh my God, this card feels like a perfect fit for me and the entire autistic community. Also, this is a card I picked. Awesome, good, yes. Well, hello, Becca. Small acts lead to huge results. Yes. I know, y'all, this is long, but I'll put timestamps so you can come back and we can, if you need to, and look at that. So, big picture thinking, I love it. And say, look, let's focus. What is the world? What type of world do we want to live in, right? I seek to live in a world where, again, all lives are treated with love and compassion, and again, Black lives, trans lives, Black trans lives, queer women, where we have the same playing field and everyone is treated on that level, and you're not treated differently by the color of your skin or whatever, right? I focus, and so I know that I want to live in a space and live in a world that is, we are treated with love and compassion, respect, and We are seen as human. We are seen as the people that we are, and we are treated, beautifully. And so then you take your big vision and you ask yourself, what can I focus on now to make that happen? Let me focus, let me break it down a little, and let me start to take little actions in my world to make that the case. And sometimes maybe I'm called to read a book or to read a resource or to have conversations. Again, it's with everything in our life. It depends on what you see for yourself, what type of world you want to live in, and then you start to break it down a little and you focus on how to make that happen. And you keep showing up and you keep applying and you keep doing the work. And then you realize you are a part of the solution and you are creating momentum and you're stepping into that life, right? Does that make sense? Perfect time to be thinking about this at the Cancer new moon solar eclipse. What kind of nurturing, y'all. Oh, it's the neighbor. He's whistling. I'm like, is there a bird whistling? No, it's the neighbor. What kind of nurturing world do we want to create? Exactly. So again, this is June 18th, 2020. I really like the card. So let's tie it in. What do you feel that this reading is expressing to you? How does it make you feel? And I think we've gotten a lot of little tips on how to create better in our world. So we have trust the timing, right? The first card, trust the timing. And then we have called, like we're being called to be of service and to step it up. And big picture thinking. Oh, that makes me feel really good. And I like it. And I love these cards. They're so gorgeous. But what I really appreciate about these cards, it's like saying, I really need to tune in with myself and I need to trust that at whatever age, at whatever space that I'm in, at wherever my body is, I am trusting in this moment that I am in the perfect moment to handle. I am in the perfect moment to experience. I am in the perfect moment to create the beauty and the love, the richness that I desire for our community, for my life. So I know it wasn't meant to happen yesterday. It wasn't meant to happen when I was a kid. It wasn't meant for that. I have learned so much and I have grown so much and I have gained so much in so many ways that now I am ready. I am ready to step into this and whatever this is for each and every one of us. And I am on the right path and it is the right time for me, right? And I am being called to be of service. I am being called to uncover my soul gift and the training that I have, and I am being called to step up. So where can I step up for myself in life? And by stepping up for myself in my world, I am also stepping up for those in my community and those that I love. So where am I being called to step it up? I keep wanting to say step your pussy up. I can't. I keep hearing it. I'm sorry. I just can't. So I'm being called. What are we being called to do? So the timing is now. And what are you being called to do? You are being called to big picture thinking. We are setting our reality up for success. And what does success look like to you? What do you want the world to look like? How do you want to experience the world? What kind of emotions? What kind of adventures? It is time to know that you are being called to create. The timing is now. And envision the reality in which you desire to be a part of and start focusing in on how that makes you feel, the thought processes that you need to implement to get there, and the actions. Oh my gosh, girl. Amber, I know. Yes, I remember. I can your face is like this on the screen. I can see your hair and I don't know what it is, but I always recognize you. That is hilarious. I love it. That is great. So just know that we're being called. We're being called to do big shit, big events. in our lives. You can break it down too. If you are having trouble thinking of like the world, like that, bring your world. Focus on your world, your reality, your life. Focus on that, right? Let me my mouth. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Hello, you can see my eyes. I'm sweating, y'all. Ooh, I like your lip color. 3 is the card I chose, and it hits home for me. All 3 cards do, but card 3 resonates especially. I am being groomed for HR management in my company because I have bigger picture thinking. I'm scared, but trusting it. In my home life, I've created a plan for the bigger picture. I have a large property. And plan on creating a space where magic and spirituality can thrive with the people who are on the same. I love that. That's exciting. That's exciting. And you know what? HR, mm, that is a calling for sure. And that's great. That is awesome. I'm excited for you. Thank you for sharing that. So, yes. So, yeah, I'm just like boom. Woo. These are the cards for June 18th, 2020. Well, hello, Miss Marley. Good to see you. I'm loving your hair, girl. Let me just tell you that. Um, Let me take a little breather. So thank you. Thank you so much. Again, I'm going to put some timestamps on the YouTube video. Uh, so be mindful of that. I'm going to do that. So you can tune in later for, if you want, for tomorrow, for the 20th, for Friday's cards. But let me gather my thoughts and my energy after that. So feel free to share your thoughts. Feel free to say anything that comes to mind. But thank you so much. I really do. We're going to stay and continue the next reading. But I really do enjoy sharing time and space with you. I love talking with y'all. It really does mean the world to me. And I enjoy that. So let me see to catch up with some stuff, comments. So let's see. And I'm going to start shuffling the next deck too. Next deck. I always feel sometimes it sounds like I say dick. I'm like, no, I'm not shuffling dicks, y'all. Deck. The deck. So I have a friend that I've had a relationship with for the past 12 years. And this relationship, she makes me feel like she's competing with me in every way. This hurts my soul. How can I work with this and help change or get her to see it's not about that and about bringing our families together? That's a challenging one. And I know I've known a lot of people, again, who have been in situations like that. And there's no one right way. I think like clear communication is really important. So if you can have a conversation about certain things, that might be the best. And also, figuring out why it bothers you on some level where this isn't a competition. So if this person is treating it as a competition, that's on them. But I'm not going to invest in the awareness that that's what I am involved in. So that helps too. Does that make sense? So that helps me as like, you know what, if someone wants to be in a competition with me, that's fine. But I'm not going to support that in the sense where I'm not going to think of it as a competition. They have every right to think that, but I'm not. That's not what I'm putting in. Does that make sense? So another thing, it's like it's important to maybe express, because at times maybe they're not meaning, maybe they don't see it as a competition. That's just maybe they're naturally competitive, or maybe that's just how their language is. And so there's so many different things that come up. That's why it's like it's important to have little conversations in ways that are suitable for the atmosphere, so you can adjust and discern where it is, right? So now let me look at the time stamp. So we'll say 54 minutes. 54 minutes before is where we'll do June 19th, 2020. The cards of the day for, that's what, Friday, June 19th, 2020. Have anyone watch, was it Mad TV? Who, was it Sherry O'Terry? Who did like was it Barbara Walters, 2020. I know. That's I can't say 2020 without like seeing that and thinking that. So this next reading is for June 19th, 2020. And that's a Friday. And we're going to work with my Metamorphosis Oracle, just because we spent a lot of time with the reading we did for June 18th. So yeah, we're gonna shuffle. So take some time, y'all, to tune in with yourself, to ground, to center, to call in all the good shit, you know, ancestors, allies, spirits, guides, all the good stuff. In your highest and best, be present with yourself. And again, I thank you so much for sharing time and space with me. And I know this is a long video, so come back and watch it. You know, come back and tune in, take notes. Because it is a long video, but we're gonna do it this way. Okay, a few more shuffles and I think we're good. No, it was Mad TV and Sherry. I think it was Sherry O'Terry. I have a feeling I need all. Okay, well, yeah, the thing is, okay, so still choose one card if you can. So with the readings that I do, all three cards are general reading for all of us. But when I ask you to choose a card, that card is simply a dominant card. So it helps you to personalize a general reading a little more. It's a dominant influence to the other two cards. So it gives you something to really focus on. So all three cards will be a part of your reading. It's just the card that you choose will be a focal piece, a focal point, right? So we're working with my Metamorphosis Oracle. Okay, one more shuffle. So when you are ready, the first number that pops into your head, 1, 2, or 3, go ahead and comment the first number that pops into your head. Or if you're watching a recording, you can still comment or write it down. Whatever you prefer, this is your experience. 1, 2, or 3, comment or write down. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Y'all, I am hot. I am sweating, so don't mind my hot mess of a look. So 1, 2, or 3. And let's get into this. And again, remember, this is our time together, y'all. This is our time together. So you are invited to share your thoughts, your ideas, share what you feel compelled to share. This is our time, right? It's not just about what I have to say or channel. It's about what we are creating together in this moment. So definitely. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, I need some water, I think. Yeah. So here we go. Card 1 is Taurus. So keep in mind what you think of Taurus. And actually, right? It's funny that Taurus pops up for Venus, like Venus on Friday, right? This is for Friday, Friday's reading, Friday's energy. We have Taurus. Awesome. So the grower, practical, sustaining, materialistic, solid, maybe a little clingy. So what do you think about Taurus? It's not just these keywords, but what do you think about Taurus? Luxurious. We do have like a Venetian energy. We have luxury. We have beauty, all the things, comfort food, whatever that means to you. So Taurus, how does that make you feel? What pops up? And so with Friday, June 19th, 2020, oh, my light went out. Oh, well, whatever. So it's important that we take into consideration all of the energy that is being given to us. And we realize like, oh, Okay, let's look at what's going on. So Taurus energy, maybe it's really important for me to slow down a little. So today, Friday, right on Friday, slow down. You don't have to rush. Be prepared. So if you're doing anything on Friday, maybe Thursday night, prepare for the next day. Get your clothes out, have them washed and ironed, or your shirt. You know, if you're doing some sort of meeting, you don't need to wear pants, whatever. I'm not judging. You don't have to go to work, but be prepared. Be practical. It will save you on time too. So if you prepare certain things the day before, the night before, you'll have more time for anything that might come up. Right? Right. Don't laugh, Urban Decay all night setting spray. Good way. Ooh, I like that. I'm not laughing. Hello, Urban Decay. We love their coverage. So glass of wine on the deck. Ooh, I like that. Yes, I wish I could drink wine. I'm so jealous. So with Taurus energy on Friday, it's like focus on your physical world, and maybe if you have the means to do so, don't spend outside of your means, but if you have the means to do so, or really whatever it means for you in your reality, take some time on Friday to do something that is self-care, that is focused in on luxury that you really enjoy. You're taking time to slow down and appreciate the world in which you live in. So slow down and appreciate your community. So for me, it's like, okay, Friday's here, Taurus energy, hello, going a little slow. I'm not going to be rushing into anything, but I'm going to take the time. Take the time? Take the time. This is how I know I'm talking too long. Take the time to really appreciate on you, to really show my gratitude towards you. I absolutely, and I mean this when I say I absolutely love you. You know, I do. Those who are in alignment with love and compassion and who are amplifying melanated voices, who are amplifying, you know, and expressing, you know what, there is a problem in society now, and you know what, we're not going to be offended by that, by people speaking up and out for what is right. You know, so I could focus on the few people who are having a problem with that, or I can focus in on what I love, and instead of like boom going in and going all out and you know, boom, get the claws in. I'm taking time. I'm taking time to appreciate. Yeah, my tits are showing. I don't care. Appreciate your body. Right. This is about body positivity as well. I'm going all over the place because we got to talk about all of these things. Appreciate the body that you have and love the body that you have. And as you're creating a new body for yourself, as you're learning to adjust, love yourself and love your community and do things that are important to you. Grounded and steady. Gorgeously grounded. Ooh, I like that. Gorgeously. We could put on them heels, y'all. Put on some sparkles and let's ground. That's cute. That's fun. That's cool. Yeah, so with Taurus energy for card 1, we realize, look, this is the time to focus in. This is the time to be patient, slow a little because the weekend is coming, and let's just take some time. I get every time I think of Taurus, I think of someone smoking a blunt and just being like really laid back and like chill and like I'm good. I'm appreciating. I love it. You know, when people like if you know, like you smoke a blunt, you get the munchies, and then you're really like into whatever snacks that you're having. Like, ooh, I love this. That's like that speaks really Taurus energy, like appreciating the beauty and the luxury of what it means to have this snack and it tastes so good. It's delicious. Apply that to your day. Foundation. What do I need? And how can I slow myself down and appreciate what I have? And let me surround myself. That's a good Friday. Let me surround myself with the things that are important to me and I enjoy. So let's go on to the new moon, card 2, new moon initiating. What does the new moon say to you? So new growth, we have beginning, fun, y'all. Just look in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm beautiful. Exactly, Christopher. Absolutely. I'm beautiful. I'm a model. I look good. I'm precious. I'm most gracious. I'm in love with what I see. I accept what I see. I'm all of those things. Yeah, I rock. I'm magnificent. So new moon, new growth, beginnings, fun, first experiences, change of pace, excitement. So what are you excited about? I really like this so far for Friday in our reading. What's this say? So I've been eating healthier and doing things that make me feel good again, focusing on the things I find beautiful, even if others don't. And yes, cannabis would, hey, hello, thank you. I like it. Welcome. Yeah, absolutely. And that means something different to each and every one of us. Like I, again, back in October, as some of you may know, is like, I had a lot of scary shit happen. There's a lot of intense shit that happened in October, September, end of September. And so I was, in the hospital, type 2. I found out I was diabetic. And so I am now learning to navigate my world differently. So yeah, learning to be healthier. I kind of have to be. I want to be, but I also know have to be. And it's expressing that, look, I appreciate this new self that I am learning to enjoy certain foods, and I am learning to embrace my new life, with all this information. So yeah, so Taurus energy, and then new moon initiating change of pace. So we know with the Taurus, like, okay, maybe slow down a little, shift pace, do something new, maybe new to me, something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I haven't implemented yet. And so let's take a look at the new moon initiating new growth energy, right? It says, go get it, baby. Yeah, absolutely. So we know what makes you feel good about yourself. What makes you feel with Taurus? What makes you feel good? What do you love? With the new moon, it's time to step it up. It's time to set new intentions. How is your self-talk? What do you think about yourself? And again, like with Christopher, just look in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm beautiful. So with that energy as well, it's like, what do you love about yourself? And if you have a lot of negative self-talk, it's time to start surrounding yourself and implementing new vibration, new thought process, new experiences, and start focusing on the things that help you get to where you want to be in life and the new atmosphere in which you seek to live. Does that make sense? And so it's important to find, what do you love? What do you appreciate? What emotions, what experiences do you enjoy having? And start to initiate new ways of creating those in your life and making sure you are, recharged, you're grounded, and you start to see yourself in a different way. So old programming is no longer serving us right now. We have to let go of that old programming, and we have to start to focus in on the new programming that will lead to a better life for ourselves. And so what is that new programming? What does that look like? How does it feel? How can we take what we love and apply it in this new paradigm? Does that make sense? And so let's do it. And so it's not enough to just think about it. It's saying take action. It's saying let's focus on all this new good vibe for our life, whatever that means for us, and implement it. It is initiating energy. So take what we love and our passion, implement it in a new way to get results that we want to get. So it could be that, what we have been doing is not necessarily getting us the results that we want. And so we still love what we're doing, but we want different results. And so it's saying, look at it from a new perspective, initiate new thought process, new emotions, new energies, new vision for what you love, implement it, and see it grow, right? Ooh, I just saw your hair. I like your hair in this. Is your hair really that purple? That's cute. So they are finding a link between negative self-talk and Alzheimer's later in life. The time to change that is now. Ooh, I like that. Interesting. So new moon, how does that make you feel? Okay. Card 3. But you can drink tequila. Waves. So waves, what does waves say to you? What imagery pops up when you think of waves? So long journey, waves. Ooh, overtone. That's cool. I know what overtone is, but I like it. Waves, long journey, self-sabotage. That's interesting. Self-sabotage, psychic, artistic development. Ooh, there's a lot of art and creativity that have come up in the last two, the yesterday's reading and today's reading, right? So again, this is for Friday, June 19th, 2020. So yeah, waves. How does that make you feel? What comes up? There's a lot of psychic energy, a lot of creative energy. Yeah, I'm also like on keto because of carbs and how carbs turns to sugar in the body. And so yeah, I might one day look into tequila, maybe, possibly, and see how that works with my body. That'd be nice. So waves, emotions, right? Emotions. New moon solar eclipse coming up this weekend, and I'm Cancer with all those waves in Cancer with all those. Yeah, powerful. Hello. So we also know there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on cosmically. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. There's a lot of intense energies, and so we have to protect ourselves by. Ooh, I just felt like something touched my head. Sorry. Oh, that gave me the chills. So we have to focus on surrounding ourselves with stuff we like, comforts, but instead not just comforts that help us stay in an old programming, but we need to be comforted and surround ourselves with stuff that we love and enjoy. At the same time, focusing on initiating new stuff and being mindful of where we want to experience life and how we want to experience it, so it's not denying or letting go of things, right? It's more about understanding that, hey, change needs to happen, but I also need to protect myself as I'm navigating this change by surrounding myself with things that make me feel good, but I'm still focused on the change that needs to happen. And I'm understanding the emotional undercurrent that this is a journey. This is something that is not going to happen overnight, but every day I show up for my life. Every day I show up and I am present and I am making those changes and I am creating waves, y'all, because we know with all the shit that I share on my page, people are offended. They feel attacked because they can't express their hate. Oh my gosh, so sorry. You want to be a hater? Go do that elsewhere where there's an appropriate page for you to do that. It's unfortunate. And I'm not hating on you. I am sad that you feel that way, right? But you can do that elsewhere, not here. And so I'm making those waves. And I'm glad to do so because I want change and I seek change. And I want this to right? I want this to be a space where we can do well and we can love. We can love. And another thing, let's not self-sabotage. It's important. Let's recognize and be very discerning where we are self-sabotaging, right? We are worthy of the life in which we seek to design for ourselves. We deserve to have that. We are beautiful and loved divine beings. And so we get to uplift and support. Self-sabotage, we don't have time for that. No. This life, this moment is about success. It's about building our every moment. And we want to experience those things. And how do we want to experience them? Focus on that. We don't need to get in our own way. We don't need to allow other people to get in our own way. No. You don't have that power. Be gone. And pay attention to what you psychically feel what you pick up on and allow it to run through you and course through you, and express yourself the best way you can, however that shows for yourself, however that shows up for you. This speaks to me. I'm very creative and intuitive, but underestimate myself. Yeah, never underestimate yourself. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. I don't know you, right? We have a familiarity. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know you, but I still believe in you, right? Um, so Friday, get ready for the waves to start. Exactly, yes. So I just finished an online energy work conference this past weekend. Waves for me might be, ooh, I like that. Yes, yeah, yeah. So I was just touching the back of my head when you said that. Oh, interesting. I love you too. Hey, I do, and I'm yes, I do. I really do. It's really cool to me to be able to say that and actually mean it, and not feel like I'm being fake for it. You know what I mean? Because I'm tapping into that, what it means to express that, and people need to know that they are loved. And I feel like I am learning to be able to express that and actually understand what it means to say that. I love that. Never late, Shawnette. Always on time. Although we're getting ready to end this soon. So I really like the cards for Friday. Well, hello, Francesca or Francesca. Welcome. So I really do. This again for Friday, June 19th, 2020, you guys. Taurus, new moon, and waves. So we also have the understanding that whatever we're doing right now, we need to have a solid foundation, and we need to make sure to ground ourselves here and now. Ground. Even my stomach is all growly. Hello. Rawr. See, even my stomach was like, ground, bitches. Ground yourselves, ground ourselves. Let's have the solid foundation to navigate the waves, to navigate the emotional currents that are happening right now. And treat yourself good. What does that mean to you? What does it mean to you? Okay? What does it mean? So ask yourself that, how can I treat myself really good right now? At the same time, be mindful of what it is that I'm going through, right? How can I treat myself good and be mindful of what's going on in life, right? And be a part of the solution, right? Be a part of the solution and still recharge and rest, right? So self-care is absolutely important. Yes, love yourself. Absolutely. So these are the cards of our Friday, and we already did Thursday. So thank you. I know this is a long video. If you have anything else that you would like to say, if you have any questions about what was expressed, feel free. Now is the time. I have a little more time to share. So if you have anything you want to talk about, feel free. I really do appreciate you, though. I mean that. I appreciate you for taking the time to share this with me. I will upload this to YouTube, and I'll edit it, and I'll put timestamps up, so you can, like, if you want to go tomorrow, if you want to go and look at Friday's reading, you'll be able to do that. Or if you want to just tune into Thursdays, you'll be able to click that and do that. So I'll make sure to do that. And so, yeah, thank you so much. My voice is like all crazy now. It's like, oh, I can't talk. But yeah, if you have anything else you want to say before we go, feel free. And know that I'm always learning. I'm always educating myself. I'm always trying to be the best for me as well as the best for you. Because I enjoy sharing, I enjoy teaching, I enjoy doing this. And when I can do so freely and publicly, I do. So thank you again for allowing me to do this with you. Not for you necessarily, but with you. We've done this together. Thank you again. And please definitely check out my YouTube channel and watch old videos. Old videos make me feel really weird because I'm like, y'all, I'm so crazy. Like old videos, you'll see me acting a fool, super cunty, very intense, but honest, but I'm also like very rounded. Y'all go look back in like October's videos. I think I'm like rounded. It's so weird to see my face and how I've changed, but it's all good. I love myself all kinds of ways. But thanks. I appreciate you and your time. And I'm going to head out now. So, bless me, y'all. Um, oh, thanks, Emily. Awesome. Yeah. We'll do more of these. We'll have fun. I try to be entertaining as best as possible and be as honest as possible. And I don't compromise my integrity when I express myself. So it's like sometimes it rubs people the wrong way, sometimes it doesn't, but I still try to remain truthful to my heart, my mission, my message. Because I feel like that's important. Because I feel like, you know, I look out for what is right. Again, blessed be.